Hello guys, welcome everyone for another map guides. Today we're going to be talking about Ruinberg map and how to play it in World of Tanks. Please, if you are actually struggling on this map, watch this VOD. Let's start with heavies first, from both sides. Usually heavies is city, this area is here, is a heavy line. This area is here, is all heavy line, and from the other side is going to be like same way, heavy line. This is exactly the heavy line as a city, so all the engagement of heavy is going to be in this area most of the time, no matter what. My favorite will be is taking initials E2, my favorite position, and from the other side you take G1. And however, G1 is going to get RT'd and E2 is going to get RT2, so you just need to be careful when there's an artillery on this map, knows that these two positions going to get targeted by artillery. Those are passive aggressive positions, and there's another positions where it's in here, that's a passive, where you can be mostly RT safe hopefully, and from here you can be not RT safe, but also you could get RT safe. However, let's check this out and how these positions works. As you see, from this side we are spawned and we are heading towards the city to take initial position and engage with the enemy team. By taking this position at E2, you are literally forcing the enemy to not approach more than where they at. And remember, as we say, these positions will get targeted by artillery, so you need to be careful and know when to dodge RT shots. Right here, I tried to engage with the enemy targets and approach them more, but this is very risky play. But as you see, we have a shield to use, and you should never do it if you don't have any cover at all. Why? Because you can get crossfired by the enemy line, which is at G1, and exactly like you see. Now we're spawned on the other side. From this side, you just go straight to G1 initial position and try to engage with enemy heavies and make sure you can have some shots while they're crossing. Again, artillery will target these positions, so you need to know how to deal with and dodge these RT shots. Now, not only that, you can also play the free line from both sides with your heavies by taking these initial positions and try to engage the free line from both areas. Now let's talk about medium tanks. From both sides, medium tanks, this is 9-0 line, all of it is a medium line, pretty much. But the armored medium tank could also expect them to be around the city to be approaching the heavies or brawling the heavies in general. That is the armored medium tanks. But now 9-0 line is the main medium line, so from both sides the initial positions will be going in straight to these areas and taking positions over here or over here and using all the angles as possible. From the other side is same scenario pretty much, by taking positions and having angles, and you can just brawl as a medium tank all the mediums at this line. As you see, from this side we're approaching the 9-0 line to take initial position and try to engage with enemy medium tanks. Make sure you be using every single angle and every single building to make sure you don't get farmed from the 0 line in the back. Not only that, you can also aggressive and take the buildings of the enemy side and try to proxy spot them. You can have shots from the middle towards the city if there's any enemy mistakes. Now, the non-armored medium tanks such as leopards or anything that doesn't have any armor, you can place positions at 0 line in the back and use every single push as possible to cover the 9-0 line. You can always advance the 9-0 line after seeing you are winning the fight and your team is engagement and finishing enemy turrets. Do not be afraid to start moving forward. Everything is about initial position and rotation. It's either rotation you're going to be going forward or going back to your base. Now let's talk about the tank destroyers. Tank destroyers, mainly the armored tank destroyers, is going to be always going towards the city, just like the heavies do. So the initial positions could be here, it could be over here, it could be over here at the windows, and it could be also going in towards here. Remember, the armored tank destroyer. Same from the other side, you expect them to be here and recommend to be here, and also you can go in like these windows here, and you can also approach to G1 this area. All these tank destroyers, armored tank destroyers, will be engaging in city, and that's exactly where they should be all the time, because that's exactly where they need to be. Now let's talk about the non-armored tank destroyers and where they're supposed to be placing and what positions they use. Non-armored, just like any medium tanks that doesn't have any armor, is going to be playing always and supporting the 0 line, which is the medium line. So from this side they're going to be placing areas at these pushes and 0 line, and from the other side it's going to be the same, these areas at pushes, and they also can be placed at the base buildings in these areas, and from the other side it can be placed maybe or not always. Sometimes you can say tank destroyers playing this area is not recommended, but I would suggest playing the 0 line always with non-armored tank destroyers, and later you can move forward from both sides, depends on the situation and what's going on in the battlefield. As you see from this side, I was spawn and I can go in with my tank destroyer just like a heavy tank and take the windows and just try to put some work from it. You can always advance the enemy when you get the chance to do that. I see from this side we are spawned with a non-armored tank destroyer. We place positions at 0 line, 9 line, and try to support our mediums at the line. I see the 0 line almost got cleared by your team, so it's fine to approach and try to get to the line of the enemy and have some position to have some shots on the targets. Now let's talk about light tanks. Light tanks, this is a city map. Light tanks has to be placed and playing on the field because it's a city map and not the perfect map for light tanks. So from this side, the initial position will go middle in these pushes, make him run, or going to the other pushes and make him run to and go passive spotting. So we got the passive spotting and aggressive spotting. However, light tanks cannot stop here from both sides. It's gonna make a fast run and later swing to the 0 line. Same from the other side, going like this and swing to the 0 line and start playing passive pushes and just, you know, just like I think. About artillery, well, pretty much at the spawn at A5 from this side and A2 from the other side, and just pretty much like K2, K5, it's all about just your spawn and to have angles towards the city. If you're here or here and from here you can have angle on the field, and from here you can have angle on the field too. Now let's talk about the tricks, what you can do on this map. What are the tricks? There are not many, only like 2 or 3 tricks. So let's talk about this side. The trick on this side is there's 2 tricks you can do. Is going aggressive and taking E1 initially from the beginning if you are in a fast, heavy armored tank, not a slow tank for sure. That's 1. 2, you can go in and take this position, initial position, and stop, and you can have shots from here towards the middle because your light tank will spot the middle for you. So that's from this side. Now trick number 3 from this side is to go in. There's a tree right here. You knock this tree down before you use this window, especially when you think this position is not working for you very well. You can rotate back here, knock the tree down, and use this window and double push against whatever poking from E1. Let's take a look and see what does that mean. As you see, my position did not work at G1. Arthur was focusing me. What we do is like knock this tree down with HE shield and use the window to not hopefully get spotted. Mostly it works in probably the best medium tanks will work better than heavy tank, but it will work on heavy tank if you don't mess the tree up and knock it down the right way. Now the trick from the other side here is not many actually, but besides this, I would say 1 trick you could do is, as a fast heavy, is taking in the middle initially and take this position here and try from it put some shots towards the middle here cross or towards this area here. But is not recommended, but if you would like to do it, it possibly works, but not all the time. Now what about trick number 2 is super rare to see, and doing it is pretty much could be a suicide mission, but it's taking initial position with fast heavy tank and goes into straight to G1. Now taking this type of position is very dangerous, and from it you can actually do a lot of work if you have enough support from your teammates. But would you like to try it? It's up to you. I wouldn't do it. It depends on the matchmaking maybe, but other than that, it's not recommended. However, hope you guys enjoyed watching this VOD. If you like this, you would like to watch more about other maps, please let me know what map you would like to, and don't forget to subscribe to YouTube and also follow us on Twitch for more content live stream. Thank you, have a good one, I'll see you next one.